Hello, dear 9th standard students. Welcome to the computer science session. I'm Ginny Elizabeth Matthew, your computer teacher. In this year, we are going to study a new programming language that is C++. In last year, you studied the programming language C, right? So, C++, it's a successor of programming language. So you already have the basic idea of programming language. In the C++, we call it object-oriented programming language. Actually, along with this C concept, they have added the object-oriented programming language, the object-oriented concept to this C++ programming language. But that new concept, it is not covered up in our syllabus. So rest of the portions we are covering up in this year. So before I getting into our topic, first let's see who have developed this C++ programming language. It's developed by Bernice Dobrer at Bell Laboratories in 1979. He developed this language as an object-oriented programming language. In his words, C++ is designed to allow you to express ideas. But if you don't have ideas or don't have any clue about how to express it, then C++ does not offer much help. So, this is a programming language where we can express our ideas. If you have ideas, you can express that through C++. It's a really a powerful language. A lot of device drivers are developed using this language. Even the OS are developed using this language. It's giving lot of freedom to a programmer. If you know the C++ language, then definitely you can easily understand what is Python, what is Java, C#, and all. So you can treat it as a base language of object-oriented programming. Before getting into the actual concept of C++, we need to understand some basic ideas about a programming language. What's a programming language? What are the levels of it? So, in using this diagram, I'm going to explain what are the levels of programming language. Here in the screen, you can see different levels of programming language. First, we have high-level programming language. High-level programming language means C++, Java, C#, Python all comes under the category high-level programming language. It is somewhat like our English language. Look at this part of the program. These code explain the definition of a class. These words used in these words resembles English language. That is why we call it high-level language. It's a human being who know the basic can understand what this language is. But look at the low-level program. It's some codes used here to represent the operations. So it is not that much easy comparing to the high-level language. Then below that, there is a set of zeros and ones. We call it executable machine code. That means machine language. That means the language understood by the computer. You can represent a program using high-level language, but by the end, it need to be converted to machine language, that is in terms of zeros and ones. Anyway, all the programming language, whether it is low level or high level, that need to be converted to zeros and ones. Then only the computer can understand. Because computer machine, the processor, it is made up of silicon. It is semiconductor, partially conducts electricity. That means it may be 5 volt or absence of current can be represent 0 volt. So presence of current, you can take it as 1 volt, 1, and absence of current, you can treat it as 0. So what the machine can understand is only zeros and ones. So whatever we are giving need to be converted to zeros and ones. Then what is a programming language? Language is used to communicate some ideas in your mind with somebody else. Here, programming language means the language used to communicate the idea in your mind to the computer. So that language must be in the format that is known by the computer. So we need to convert that to zeros and ones. Now, let's see another term, that is compiler. Compiler means, see, we are writing the program in high level language. That is, we call that as source code. Look at the figure. We call this as source code. This source code need to be converted to zeros and ones. That is the object code, executable program code. For that, we need a software which converts this source code written in C++ to the zeros and ones. Such a software, we call it compiler. In C also,